Hey guys, it's me, your boy Lemon Desmond, and today I'm going to be showing you 5 awesome build hacks that I've made up using the particle command in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So all of these are pretty simple, generally just one-liner particle commands. First of all, we have a Bunsen burner in just like your classic middle school science laboratory. So you've got a really cool Bunsen burner, a compound creator from the Education Edition. Just really simple flame particles coming out the top. Yeah, I thought this was really cool. You might recognize this from another one of my videos, but I thought it was too cool not to show in this. So the command for this is just creating a basic flame particle above the command block. The command block is just like 3 blocks down from it. Just using some decimals to get perfect positioning on the top of that. You could use the blue flame particle to sort of like get like that roaring flame. Also, in sort of like chemistry labs, you can have these lighting using end rods to create sort of classic, almost like those like nasty white fluorescent lights. Also, if you place a diorite slab on a quartz table to support the Bunsen burner, it sort of looks as if it's been as if the table's been almost damaged, heat damaged there, or maybe as if there's sort of like a mat. Also, there's this really nice skull in a jar here, which is a bit more supervillainy and doesn't really fit with the classroom theme, but it could be in a setting with a Bunsen burner, in my opinion. That just uses an arm stand. I've used some turtle eggs and some flower pots to create beakers and sort of like pots of chemicals. Next up, we have this sort of dungeon setting with a villager bleeding onto the floor, just using some red particles, at the bottom of him, going into a piece of redstone dust. So this just uses a villager renamed to Grum that I spawned on a barrier, then gave him a permanent slowness effect and a permanent levitation effect, and removed the barrier. Now, as you probably know, mobs renamed to Grum or Dinnerbone turn upside down, and this fits really well with hanging him off the top of a chain. It's really cool. It's perfect for your dungeons. Yeah, brilliant. I've got some sort of mottled cobble flooring with coal and just stone brick walls, like a lantern and some sewagey sort of water that's trapped in the bottom. This textures the ground and makes it sort of seem dirtier. This is just created by placing stairs in the floor, then right clicking them with a bucket of water to log them. So the commands for this one just gives it a super slowness, and this one gives it just a mild levitation. This one creates that that red particle. I think the particle name for this is an obsidian glow dust particle. But that could be because I'm using Education Edition. I'll link a list of particles in the description so that if the obsidian glow particle doesn't work for you, instead you could try using some redstone-y particles. I wish there was sort of like a red drippy particle, like the lava drip effect or the water drip effect particles. What would have been really nice if I had a higher ceiling, I would have used the sort of grindstone technique, where you can sort of get the illusion of like a chain being reeled around a grindstone that can be sort of lifted up and down. Sadly, I only had a 4-block high wall, and yeah. So next up, we have this sort of modernish kitchen design with flooring and some barrels, with buttons on for cabinets. Very simple, but the key element here is this dripping tap, using a tripwire hook over a cauldron with some carefully dyed water in it. I tinted the water slightly purple to fit with the walls, but you know, you do whatever fits with you. So this is on a 5-tick clock, so it should run like twice a second, which I felt was a good rate. I just used the classic redstone block and a redstone torch technique to get an instant 1-tick pulse. And the command for this is just creating that water drip particle exactly on the tripwire hook. For all of you guys, you might need to change up the coordinates a little bit to fit with whatever you're working with. This worked well for me. You guys will probably have a different orientation, which will cause for different X and Y axes. It doesn't matter if you destroy it. It has nothing to do with the actual tripwire hook. You can place any tripwire hook anywhere. You can destroy it. You can reposition it and use the lever instead if that's more your thing. But yeah, next up we have this really nice golf course style lawn with a sprinkler, again made out of a brewing stand. I thought this was a pretty good fit for a block brewing stand, and yeah, it's got that classic sort of like sprinkler design. Just classic tip, if you want to get that really cool golf course stripy style of lawn, like football pitch, if you alternate green concrete powder and grass, depending on what biome you're in, it can create a pretty cool effect. I've mixed in some grass and dandelions, so it doesn't have that sort of like odd perfection effect. But yeah, it's using armor stand. So before you actually doing the programming, right where you're going to put that sprinkler, you're going to want to put in a command, and it's just going to be this should be summon armor_stand sprinkler. Because I've already got the code, it immediately turns into this invisible sprinkler, and then you're going to want to use some set blocks or pistons to put down your brewing stand and grass blocks inside of the armor stand, otherwise the hit blocks will block you from placing. This one spins that armor stand around. Any armor stand renamed to sprinkler span, and this one summons the water splash particle behind it, and due to the spin it gives the effect of like water being squirted, rotating. This one does it opposite, so it's like two pieces of water rotating around it like a sprinkler almost. This is a perfect fit for golf courses. You could set up some timers so that they turn on at a certain time. Yes, I thought this was a really cool hack. And so this one is just a very plain room using bone blocks to create that sort of like funny, badly done wallpaper effect. Also, you can create like an asbestos popcorn ceiling using white concrete powder and string to support it. If you're on the Java edition, I think you can use a /fill command to get this without having to use string, but it will be crashed down by a block update. So here's a little, yeah, it's this burning on fire smoking stove trick here using some flame particles on this stove design. I got this stove design from Magma Musing, absolutely brilliant. I really like his vids, he's got some brilliant build hacks. But something that I noticed on the Bedrock edition is so this stove naturally gives off smoke due to the fact it's built with campfires. I'll put a link to his tutorial where this stovetop is featured in the description below. And yeah, this uses trapdoors on top of some hopper minecarts on top of campfires. And the trick I've noticed is that one layer of iron trapdoors on top of the campfires means they still produce smoke, but another layer on top means that they stop producing smoke. However, no matter how high up that layer of trapdoors is. So trapdoors on the extractor fan means no smoke, just a really beautiful design and good elevation for the hopper minecarts. But no trapdoors, you can get a really cool smoke effect. Depends on what you like. And just using a particle command to get the flames, you can see I break those trapdoors and replace them, and the smoke turns off again. I've just used spruce trapdoors. As you can see, over the campfire, if we put 2 layers, the smoke stops. If we take away that bottom layer, it then resumes again. It sort of works with a normal block, but it sort of just more blocks it off rather than stopping it entirely. But yeah, so this just uses 2 command blocks for each of the different particles based on repeat. The coordinates will change up for you. You just want to set the coordinates so it's inside where the hopper minecart is. I've done it with relative coordinates because it's easier, but if you're building from a distance, you might want to use regular coordinates. A slash particle can take any type of coordinates, relative, directional, or regular. Yeah, spruce trapdoors, I just thought that worked really well with the stove design. This is the second command. The name of the particle I'm using here is mobflame underscore single, all lowercase as you can see in the code. If you want to use any of these commands, just feel free to pause the video and type them out into your world. Yeah, super easy to use, just flick on and off, really good for sort of kitchens, maybe for map making if you want to have like a kitchen dilemma or like a, I don't know, like a Hell's Kitchen or something. You could do a Gordon Ramsay RPG, that sounds pretty sick. But yeah, this is 5 awesome build hacks. You got your Bunsen burner, villager being killed in a torture chamber, which is a bit dark if I'm honest. I'd say I don't want to be demonetized, but I'm not even monetized currently. That's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and feel free to subscribe.